Welcome to Fun Vibe Lab TV, where you discover real stories that sound unbelievable but actually happened. Imagine stepping outside in the middle of summer, expecting warmth and sunlight, only to feel freezing air, see frost covering the ground, and even watch snow fall in June. In 1816, this shocking reality unfolded across large parts of the world, leaving people confused, terrified, and unprepared. Crops failed, food became scarce, and entire communities struggled to survive what would later be known as the Year Without a Summer. This strange and devastating event was not caused by anything happening on the ground, but by a massive explosion that had taken place a year earlier on the other side of the planet. In April 1815, Mount Tambora in Indonesia erupted with extraordinary force, becoming the most powerful volcanic eruption in recorded history. The explosion was so intense that it sent enormous amounts of ash, dust, and sulfur dioxide high into the atmosphere, reaching the stratosphere where winds spread these particles around the globe. These particles formed a thick layer that blocked and reflected sunlight, reducing the amount of heat reaching Earth's surface. As a result, global temperatures dropped noticeably, but the impact was especially severe in the northern hemisphere during the following year. In 1816, what should have been a normal growing season turned into a disaster. In parts of North America and Europe, temperatures dropped suddenly and unpredictably. Snow fell in June and even July in some regions. Frost destroyed crops that farmers depended on for survival. Fields that should have been green and full of life turned brown and barren. Without reliable harvests, food supplies quickly ran low. Prices for basic goods rose sharply, and many people could no longer afford to feed their families. Hunger spread across entire regions, leading to widespread suffering, migration, and unrest. In countries like Ireland and Germany, the lack of food led to severe hardship, while in Switzerland, continuous cold and rain forced people to survive on whatever they could find, including unusual and desperate food sources. The unusual weather patterns also brought heavy rains and flooding in certain areas, making conditions even worse. Beyond the immediate crisis, the event also left a lasting mark on culture and history. During the cold and gloomy summer of 1816, a group of writers gathered near Lake Geneva in Switzerland, where the dark and stormy atmosphere inspired Mary Shelley to write Frankenstein, a novel that would become one of the most famous works in literary history. The widespread hardship also contributed to economic strain and social tension, influencing political and societal changes in the years that followed. Today, scientists understand that massive volcanic eruptions like Tambora can inject sulfur dioxide into the upper atmosphere, where it forms tiny reflective particles that reduce sunlight and cool the planet temporarily. This type of event is known as a volcanic winter. The Tambora eruption remains one of the most powerful examples of how a single natural event can affect the entire world. It showed that Earth's climate system can be influenced dramatically by forces far beyond human control, and it continues to be studied as scientists try to better understand and prepare for future large-scale eruptions. Sources include verified information from reliable publications such as Wikipedia and EarthSky explaining the year without a summer and the Tambora eruption. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And please subscribe and follow to see the next story.